Okay, Brittany, let's say that you've got your first derivative and you're getting your derivatives fine. So let me put f prime of x here and x here. You're finding your zeros. So let me call that a 0 and that a 0. I'll just call this critical point 1 and critical point 2. Now, where you're getting confused is what you do between your first derivative and your second derivative when you have those signs. Let's say you've got a minus here. I'm not going to do a ton of minuses. One big minus is sufficient. A plus, and say I've got a minus. Now, with your first derivative, this is where you do straight lines. Remember, this is slope, and I'm thinking about slope just with a straight line. So if I've got negative slope, my line is coming down. At 0, it levels off. Positive, it goes up. 0, it levels off. And negative, it comes down. Now, this is a very rough sketch of your original. Okay? So on this one right here, since my curve is coming down, leveling, going up, I've got a minimum here. This part, since it's going up, leveling, coming down, I have a maximum. Now I have my critical values, those x values that I ended up with a 0 slope at these particular places. But for me to go find my min and max, you've got to go back to your original. So with just f prime, it's just a straight line, rough sketch of your original. So a negative, your line's coming down. Positive, your line's going up. And you do have to go find your minimum or maximum if you can by going back to the original. Now in your second derivative, say we go get the second derivative of this thing, and we have one critical value. So I'm CP1. Now on this one, I've got a plus and a minus. I see my concavity up here. If you'll notice, this is concaved up and this is concave down. So somewhere in here, there's a change in concavity. That's your inflection point. But now, where the first derivative has straight lines, the second derivative has baby parabolas. If you've got a plus, that means it is concaved up. A minus is concave down. This would be my inflection x value of my inflection point. So to get my inflection point, you take that critical value that you've got right here and go back to your original for the y value. So in both situations, you're taking the critical values and taking them back to the original, but they give you different information. First derivative, it's min and max. Second derivative, it's inflection points. Now, one of the problems on the chapter project, I gave you the f double prime already. You don't have to go get the derivative. You need to graph it, and you did get the critical value right. But get your pluses and your minuses, and remember to do baby parabolas on double primes, and on the first derivative, it's straight lines. You were trying to do straight lines on your second derivative. It's only on first derivative that you do your straight lines to indicate the slope. I hope this helps. Do let me know. Thank you.